Hey everybody, it's Andy here, aka Montoli, and we are back for round 5 of our Vintage League. We are currently 3-1. We're playing Fabled Moon. We'll see how we can do here. Yeah, I mean, turn 1 Blood Moon, right? We won the die roll. Yep. Okay, pretty powerful if it works. Opponent is mulliganed. Let us see if we can resolve a Blood Moon. Turn 1 Blood Moon is the real deal. What would be a disaster for me is getting hit with a Force of Vigor, but I guess it's not an outright disaster. I mean, I just play a Mountain next turn. But if I get Force of Vigor and Wastelanded, that's a different ball game. That's pretty rough on me. But I mean, you can't play around at all. Opponent is obviously double queued. They are very deep into the thinking tank on their opening play, which is improbable. Okay, opponent is ready to play. Here comes my Mox Ruby. We're going to play an Ancient Tomb, tag ourselves for 2. We're going to attempt to get a Blood Moon in. Let's see if that resolves. It does. My opponent has a Mox. That's not good. Oh, they played a Saga. Oh boy. That's not good. I'm going to gamble getting the Soul Ring into play here. Opponent has sent me a message. They're probably commenting on oops. Yeah, opponent was just talking about they're missing on the Saga play there. And I certainly can relate to that. We have all done that into a Blood Moon effect at some point. Or an Alpine Moon or whatever it is. Oh, okay, shops. I think that we have a pretty decent shops matchup with this deck. The basics really are super powerful, and if it's of Golos variety, like they're very reliant on their Urza Sagas, their Wasteland, Strip Mine, Ghost Quarters, Mishra's Workshops to be able to win. And when you take those away from them, their deck does very little. I mean, they certainly can tax you, try and beat you down with a Golos, but I have played shops a number of times with this deck now, and I feel like we are advantaged. Not to intone we can't lose to the deck. That goes without saying. A strong shops hand can just, on the play, can just kill you sometimes. Yeah, we're going to use the mirror here. I think I'm going to get rid of the Simian Spirit card there. Okay, that was not optimal, but we are beaten down with our Goblin Shaman token here. We're going to produce a treasure token, and we're going to get a Harsh Mentor into play. Of note, I'm playing with Harsh Mentor here. I haven't really put it together up until right now, but Moon effects and Harsh Mentor are a little bit dissynergistic because my opponent can't use their Ghost Quarter. You can't use your fetch lands. And that is definitely some of the allure of playing the Harsh Mentor. I've always liked Harsh Mentor. First glance, it seems quite underpowered, but it can win games, and I did dabble with it quite a bit when it was first released in humans lists, etc. And it does tax you. to the point where sometimes you just don't want to make a play. There we go. Let's get our buddy in there. I don't see a reason to play a land. We draw another Fable here. We got lots of mana right now. Yep, 3 mana. Okay. Yep. Unfortunately, we're bricking pretty hard here, but there's not much I can do about that. We'll play out a land here. No reason not to, as long as we have 2 cards to discard to a potential top deck Kiki. I think that's fine. Okay, Revoker was definitely one of their better draws here. Shutting off the reflection is pretty big. But I still can attack with Abandon here. And hopefully they don't have another land. We do have 4 main deck Furies. Yeah, I'm getting in. Yeah, they're just snap blocked there, right? We are flooding pretty good here, unfortunately. Tabby, yep. Lodestone. Yeah, Lodestone shuts me down. Can't quite get in right now, but really we're looking for a Fury here. They can't attack me. I mean, they can, but it would be not advantageous at this point to do so. 3 ball, yep. There it is. Fury, so good. You haven't lived until you've hard cast a Fury in Vintage. It's just so powerful. Okay. Don't need to play a land there, I can, but all right, good win for us. Let's try this out. Soul Guide Lantern's pretty weak in general, but it's a redraw and it can potentially take away something from their Crucible lock if they're able to establish it before I can get a Moon effect into play. Okay. We can power out a turn 1 Soul Ring. But we don't have a land. If we draw one off the top, we're in really good shape. But I think that's an unnecessary gamble. I think we just have to mulligan this and find something better. I think this is fine. We'll put the caves away here. My fear of that last hand is, one, that we didn't find a land, and number 2, if we got hit with a sphere off the start, which is a very viable play for them, we're just in a lot of trouble. And I think it was unnecessary to put ourselves in that position. So, oh, geez. Big start from the opponent here. Yep, that's pretty scary for us. We need land. Okay, that was a good one. That was a good land to draw. Ghost Quarter doesn't do it. Strip Mine can get us, but... Okay, well, we can kill that. See what they do with Golos here. Worm Coil. Worm Coil is pretty brutal. Well, we got a Moon here. We don't have a choice. We have to slow them down. Worm Coil is probably going to beat us. I guess Shattering Spree is an option. We need to find another land before we can do anything. Even a Spree. I mean, I guess a Spree sets up that Fury could potentially do it, but yeah, Sphere is pretty brutal here. All right, I think that does it for us. We're not going to be able to pull out of this. Just too far behind, but they had a very strong turn one. I mean, I guess it could have been a lot worse because they only played the Trinisphere, but they just had a strong hand in general. We'll bring this back in here. I do like all my Furies. I think Soul Guide Lander is probably the weakest here. Let's try this. Like, Worm Coil is a tough card for us to beat. Okay, well, we got a turn one Moon. I mean, and we got a Shattering Spree to follow it up, so you can't do a lot better than this. And I think shops will have a difficult time beating a turn one Magus. Unless they are playing like a Dismember. This should slow them down. No, we're going to need some help trying to move up towards our caves here. Caves of Chaos Adventure. Pass turn, come on. Let's kill that thing, yeah. Let's get in. Interesting if they play a Seer. Revoker, okay, Revoker's pretty good. I have an answer to it, but I'm not keen to pitch right now. But maybe that's just what I need to do. We need to get a Caves of Chaos going here before. Okay, I am. What if I get Strip Mind? Do I just get rid of this thing? I think I pass turn here. Looking for a little more value out of my Fury if I can get it. Like if they have a second Revoker. Okay, Mox is a good draw for them. Okay, that does not do much. That hurts them probably more than it hurts me. Guess I'm gonna Fury here. I just need to start getting damage in. Actually, what if they get rid of my Moon? What can they do to... There's nothing that there's nothing that impacts anything here. Now we just have to hope we stymied them here. We need one land to get our caves going, and when that happens, I think we're going to win the game. Oh, brutal, guys. Second Revoker. Yeah, that sucks. Okay, well, we got a Ragavan at least. That's something. Guess I could have dashed it, but Okay, we will eventually be able to beat that. Wonder if they take it. Nope, they just block. Okay. Well, I feel good about that. And they're not going to necessarily have an easy time getting stuff out of their hand either with the bridge or with the moon in play. Crucible, okay. Oh, there we go. All right. This is big game here. The Caves of Chaos adventure might really take over the game here. Admittedly, I'm still learning what initiative, all the nuances of it does, but yeah, doesn't do anything against my deck. I guess it stops Fable the Mirror Breaker. Reflections of Kiki. That would be their most proactive naming. Really, it's the only thing they can name in my deck, to be honest. Excuse me. Had a really good big breakfast this morning, and the hash browns were magnificent. For those of you who are unaware, garlic is a wonderful spice. Can make the mundane very tasty. The unfortunate byproduct of that is, of course, garlic is not easy on your breath. The good news is I'm not going anywhere today, so I don't need to worry about that. So my opponent is deliberating here on trying to find some other moon lists as to what they could name. I think this is a competent opponent, and I do believe they will likely land on Reflections of Kiki. Be their most likely guess. Oh, Karn the Great Carrier. Okay, yeah, Karn is a reasonable guess too, but of course Kiki is a better one. So what do I want to do here? I think I want to go down Forge. And I want to be able to attack here, so I'm going to put it on my big guy. Attack with my Magus. If I put it on the Magus, oh, there's the spree there. Okay, so it's all very moot. What do I want to do here? I have 3 that I can kill. So Crucible literally does nothing. So it would be 1, 2, 3. To be honest, I really feel like this Thorn is hurting them more than it's hurting me. So at 1, 2, I guess I'll take the Crucible. One, two, three, 4. This is likely to prompt a concession. Yeah, they've just conceded. I really was going to leave the Thorn there. I guess I would have just killed the Crucible. Would be the most likely thing I was going to. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. The Fabled Moon deck is pretty strong, and I think the likelihood of getting out a turn 1 Moon is fairly prevalent with this deck. You saw in this league that it happened quite a bit, and yeah, I think this is reasonably well positioned. I am now 8-2 with this deck. I had 2 4-1s in a row, and yeah, hope you guys enjoy the videos. Please hit the like and subscribe button and leave any comments, and I will see you next time.